Good morning, everyone. Today, while taking my dog for a walk, I walked by our little yard sign and noticed that it is quite faded. Doesn't look like that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repaint it because I can't find another one like it. And I'm not paying, $20 or whatever for another one. So I've got all kinds of, let's see, I've got fabric ink that I've gotten from Tuesday morning. Yeah, this looks like they're from Momenta. I have some paint pens. I also have acrylic paints. And then I have more paint pens. So let me get, and then I've just got a paper plate to put some on. Let me get all this set up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just got some random brush. Let's get to having some fun. I'm not going to worry about the background, and I've got some wax paper underneath. Can you see that well enough? I'm trying, but what I'll do is I'll bring you in just a little bit closer and work on section. There we go. All I'm going to do basically is use paints for pretty much everything. This is a stiffer one. Yep. And I'm going to water the paint down. Not so that it just soaks right through, but it's not too thick at the top. So, let's see. I'll just grab an old brush and put some water here. And I'll grab, might want a bigger brush than that. Here we go. I'll use this one. It's pretty stiff. These I get at Walmart, Craftsmart, or wherever's got them on sale. And I got some paper towel. And I'm just going to mix the water with the acrylic paint because I want it to flow decent. All right, let me make sure I'm in shot here. Okay. And that's all I'm going to do. It's just come through and brighten up my flag, because like I said, I like this one. I love flip-flops. I've got a bad fetish with flip-flops. I practically live in them when I'm not working. But that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna come in through here. And I'll be very mindful of the strap colors, the different colors. And see, it'll come through, which is fine. I'll just wipe that off. But you don't want it too thick because then it becomes like a board. All right, I'll get these yellow flip-flops moving along and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I got all the yellow done and that is looking so much better. And I'm gonna turn my yellow into orange with a little bit of red. And these are either, oh, that needs to be, although that would be, let's see. That might be the perfect color. All I got was just the water from it. I might be able to do my highlighted colors with that. It's just, I'm sure everybody knows how to do this. Are you gonna come out red now? There we go. Oh, that's just too much, so that's all right. We'll just work it in because we have a red pear, and the finer details I will use the paint markers or the paint pens. But it's just so that I don't have to go and buy a new flag, because I've looked for ones that I like, but I really don't like a whole lot of them. I really don't. And is this empty? Yep. That's all right. I have plenty more. I have these that I got from Amazon. They're all right. I mean, they work. Okay. They're not as pigmented, but that's all right. They will do what I need them to do. And I'm just going to go around the outside. Yeah, I'm just going to continue to outline these because why not? They're my flip-flops. I don't have flip-flops that look like these though, so it's all good. Nobody's gonna know. And if they do, they can buy me a new flag. So that's all I'll do with that. And I'll get these shook up really well. And then we'll work on the words. Okay, I'm gonna work on the words here. And I picked Bimini Blue. I love this color. It's a turquoise color. I know this is more of a, well, yeah, it is turquoise. So, rock on. I'm gonna wipe the back side of this so that it doesn't spread too much on the back side, which is fine. So, in this, I don't think I'm gonna water down too much. I need to put a feeder out there, don't I? And I'm just gonna take a brush, and I might find one like this too, with a longer bristle. So let me make sure I'll come out just a smidge. There we go. And let's see how it does without water. That does fine. These acrylic paints are thin enough as it is, but sometimes when you're working on cloth, I always just go down And my front, I have a lot of seashells. So what I might do is grab some that have holes in them already from the ocean. And I might sew them to the bottom to weight the bottom a little better because it gets very breezy here. I'm not even a mile from the water. That looks good. Can you see that? See how the difference is in this one and this one? And then I'll just stick it outside to dry. So let me get moving, cracking on this one, on the words, or at least halfway down. I'm only going to do this in increments with the flip-flop to the area. That way I'm not reaching over. So once I get this done, I'll come to this shoe. Okay, I just went ahead and did all of the letters. Let me move this out for you. So that now they look nicer. Okay, for these, let me move it over a little bit so you can see it better. Excuse me. I'm going to use Parrot Blue. And then I have English Ivy, which I will lighten up a lot. But first, I'm going to take one of these and do the design so that I don't lose it in translation. But that's too, everything's too purple, so I may have to go with the dark. This one. There are no names on them, but these do say water-based, sunproof, waterproof. So hopefully it works. But that's what I'm gonna do. Do I have? No. And that's too light, and that's, anyway, let's just do it. Getting these to mix up though, it's not the easiest. And I gotta get it primed. Priming these things, I don't like it because then you mash the tip to nothing just to get it primed. Huh. Well, let's just keep. Okay, I finally got it to start coming out. What a pain. But it is what it is. Okay. And all I'm going to do, because I don't want to lose the details on these, is just to go through. You know what? These, like, really stink. Let's try an Elmer's paint pen. This is an iridescent blue. All right. I mean, that's cool, iridescent. I just don't want to lose the design when I go over to make my flip-flop color. So that works nice. I'll get this outlined and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the outlining done. I'm just going to hit it with a blow dryer real quick so that it doesn't bleed when I put the base down for the rest of the flip-flop. Okay, I just hit it with a blow dryer for a little bit because this is synthetic, so it can melt I just put a tiny spritz of water in here, and I am just going to go around and color my flip-flop back in. And I use an angled brush. I don't know if you can, there we go. So that when I get to my corners, I just use the angle so that it creates a nice crisp edge for me. All right, so I'll go ahead and get this painted in and I'll be right back. Okay, there's the blue flip-flops done. Let me bring this out a little bit. So now on to the pink. After each one, I just hit it with a blow dryer. Like this one wasn't turning out so well with this iridescent blue. It was just too light. I used the parrot blue for the flip-flop base, and then I went back in with this purple on here, and that did much better. It actually brought the pattern out better. So you just play around, and then for the top part, I just mixed a dab of plum in with the parrot blue because they were showing purple, and I don't know. You got to go with what's on the sign. So next will be my pink ones, and I'll do the red, and I have a red paint pen. So let me get my colors set up and I'll be right back. All right, so I have candy pink and cranberry. I think that'll look good. I think I'll like that because it'll be brighter. So I'll put it over here. Some candy pink, and I'll put some cranberry over here so that I have it. There's my candy pink, there's my cranberry. And let me move my brushes out of here. And I've just got the larger angle brush. And I'll pick up this pink, and I'll be mindful of my circles. Not completely, but whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm going to go over the shadow because it's fine with me. I'll even rub that off some. But yeah. I mean, and I've looked. I know Walmart has them pretty inexpensive, but I can't find one like this anymore. So I'll just do what's the next best thing and just repaint it myself. And it'll probably, hopefully, help the fibers stay stronger because I'm going to tell you, the sun here is brutal sometimes, but that's okay. Man, just a smidge of water to help this flow a little better. I'll do one, and then I'll go off camera to do another. Now I'll use the tip of my brush to come in here, and I'll just work it there and there. I like the angle brush because I can just go around this one if I want to as I'm painting. But I do, after each color, I'll hit it with a hairdryer so that I don't get a whole lot of bleeding into the other color. And I'll just work my way around that one. I'll move my brush this way. I just tilt it. All right, see the difference? Yeah, you can, let me move you out just a little bit. The brightness of it. So let me dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it done. Let me move that out of the way. The paint pen that's white that came with these is really not pigmented enough. So I have these Chalkola that I got from Amazon. So it's just an acrylic paint marker. Used on rocks, wood, metal, plastic, glass, ceramics, porcelain, fabric. So let's see how this one does. Let me pull you back in a little bit. Let's see. Oh, that's better. Not by much because it just keeps sinking in. It won't stay at the top. So if I wanted it to stay at the top, I'd have to use like, where is it? Just white acrylic. But this is good enough. I just want the white to come back. I mean, I guess I could do it a couple of times, but that's not me. There we go. Let's see. That's good. There we go. It's finally coming through. I just need to break up where that red was. And the next one, it seems to be purple and green, or mint, or purple and green. What a combination. Let me move that. See? So this is like a purplish blue. So I have got English navy and this plum color. So I'll mix those. Let's see how I come out with that. This almost looks like that color. Maybe I'll experiment and then I'll be back and let you know. Okay, there's the color I mixed. I put the navy and the dark purple together and that just wasn't doing it. So the pink that I had left over here, I put into there. And then I added a drop of Bimini blue. Just go with whatever, because it's just a yard flag, to be honest. But I like that. It's very close. And I'll just go ahead and paint my stripes. And, well, you can't even really see, but that's like the end of it. So I'll paint this one really quick. Add a little bit of water, get this paint color together. And it's got the band in the middle here. It's almost like a grayish, bluish purple. I'd probably wear them. But, you know, I have a whole closet full of flip-flops. And then I'll just put a little, well, I could use this. Nope. I was going to say, I can pick up a little tiny bit of red to put in this just to, but that makes it just a whole different purple. And I don't like that. So I'll just keep going with this and then add some blue if I need to add blue. And just continue to paint my flip-flops. I know. Let me get these painted and I'll be back. Okay. We've got the bluish, purplish color done. I'm going to go in with Sweet Mint. I think that'll look good. That's kind of like what's on here, like a green. But I might have to water that down just a smidge to cut the color back a little bit. And maybe put I got it mixing right here. Let's see. No, that's pretty spot on. So, yep. That's what I'll go with. And this was Deco Arts Sweet Mint. And it's spot on. So that's cool. And I'll just follow my outline here. Pretty good. I'll have to use the smaller one for on the outside here. But then I'll go get some seashells out of my front yard. And I will possibly sew them. I'm only going to dab this in here because it doesn't need it too much. Now, I said I would get my thinner one, this one, and I always flatten it out good so that I have my little chisel. And I'll add just a tiny drop of water to get this to move pretty well. And let's see, I'll tilt it on an angle so that I can get around without too much of a border. And then I'll turn the brush as I move. And just to get the excess off, I'll come back in. I'll add a little water. Pick up my paint. And I'll tilt my brush. I'm not pressing down too hard because I don't want to get too wide of an edge. But this is good enough for me. I like it. Yeah, I got a little crazy with a paint pen on this one, but it's all right. So I'll go and I'll get some seashells and I'll just tie them on with like some fishing line, because that'll last a lot longer in the elements. I'll go pick some. Okay, let me just pull this up a little bit. I went and got some seashells from my front. I'm just going to put them 2 on the end and then 2 on that. All I'm going to use is this 15-pound fishing line. You get it from Walmart. There it is. And just a needle. Make sure your seashells have holes. And I'm just going to make, let me pull you in a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing here. That they have a hole in them. I'll put my 2 biggest on the ends and I'll put these in the middle. That'll look good. All right. Stop moving so much. I'm just going to take it, come to the corner, pull it through, leave myself enough to tie the shell. How do I want to tie it though? I'll just tie it like a regular. I'll make sure I'm in camera. Wouldn't that be great? Alright, I'm just gonna thread this through the hole. And I'll just do like a surgeon's knot, because this is just to keep them from coming off. Okay, there we go. And then I can just clip it. I could even put a drop of glue on the knot, but you get what I'm saying. I'll put the rest on and then show you. Okay, I know this has taken forever and I'm so sorry. You can continue to embellish it. All I did was just put the 3 seashells. I did 3 instead of 4. Because I liked it better, the composition of it better, but there it is. Now I don't have to go and spend money or try to find another one since I like this one. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. Take care for now. Bye.